Good morning and welcome to What Matters with me, Anna. Every year there are Malaysians, children and adults whose life depends on one thing, finding a match for stem cell donor. Now, for many of them, that match never comes, not because donors don't exist, but because there simply aren't enough people registered. Now, today on What Matters, we are talking about stem cell donation, what it really is, why it matters, and how ordinary Malaysians can play an extraordinary role in saving lives. So joining us is Dr. Masita Arif, head of the Malaysian Stem Cell Registry at the Institute for Medical Research under the Ministry of Health. Doctor, thank you so much for being with us today.
My pleasure. Thank you also to TRAXXfm Radio FM for the invitation for me to share about MSCR, Malaysian Stem Cell Registry.
Yes, we can't wait to hear all about it. Now, we are also live on Facebook and TikTok at TRAXXfm Official, so you can watch us there as well. Now, to start us off, for those who may not know, what exactly is the Malaysian Stem Cell Registry and what does it do?
Okay, thank you for the question. The first question about the Malaysian Stem Cell Registry.
Yeah.
So the Malaysian Stem Cell Registry, or MSCR, established in 1999, the MOU, is a collaboration effort between Institute for Medical Research under Ministry of Health and also National Council, Cancer Council, or MACNA.
Okay.
So in 2000, we started the operation, and now we already 25 years of operation. So the MSCR function as a crucial database of individuals in Malaysia who have voluntarily registered to donate the blood stem cells. So our core mission is first to facilitating the transplant. So the registry exists to facilitate transplant for patients suffering from severe blood diseases, including leukemia, thalassemia, and aplastic anemia. And when a patient requires an allogeneic stem cell transplant from a non-relative, not a family members, the doctor will submit a donor search request to the National Stem Cell Coordinating Centre at the National Blood Bank in Kuala Lumpur. If a suitable match is found through the MSCR database, the stem cells will be collected from the MSCR donor and transfused to the patient as part of their treatment. So ultimately, the registry connects a patient in urgent need of healthy blood and immune system with a life-saving match.
Wow, okay. Basically, almost similar to blood donation as well, how the centers work as well, right?
Yeah.
Now, when we talk about stem cell donation, we often hear how urgent it is. Same like how the normal blood donation works like, right? How many Malaysians are currently waiting for a stem cells match, and why is it so difficult to find a suitable one?
So in terms of the how many actually is fluctuate, I can say it's 1,000 actually waiting for the match unrelated donors. What is so difficult? Because there is a difficulty in the complexity of the human leukocyte antigen or the HLA typing. So usually for blood donation, we have the red blood cells, right? It's easy, only 4 types. But for the stem cells, you need to have a specific HLA, human leukocyte antigen markers, which is more complex than the usual standard blood types. That's why the specific genetics of these stem cells make it quite difficult to have a match.
To have a match. Yeah. So I understand. And yes, now speaking about stem cell donation, I mean, I feel like blood donation is so common, right? Yes. Everybody talks about it. We have blood donation drives everywhere. Yeah. But in terms of stem cell donation, I did not know about it till like 2 weeks ago, where one of our DJs, KG, the one who made this interview come true, he decided to sign up for this. So for those who are interested in signing up, who can register as a donor, and what's the quickest and easiest way to sign up, and maybe some of the criteria to donate, because I believe there must be some kind of health criteria to donate, might as well, right?
Yes.
So you can let us know about that.
Yes. So to register in MSCR, there should be a Malaysian citizen, because we are Malaysian Stem Cell Registry.
Okay.
And the age must be between 18 to 50 years old. And must be healthy and free from any blood diseases. And chronic diseases such as cancer also.
All right.
So how to sign up? It can be either online. This is the quickest method. Just fill out the information on our website via online, and we will post our registration kit. Contain the form, the registration form, and also the buccal swab. Because we need that DNA to run the HLA test. Or else you can also come to to see us in person via walk-in appointment in our office in IMR, or also we can organize a campaign so they can go to the campaign.
Yes,
that's the easiest way, I think.
Yes, our DJ and producer KG, that's what he did. We were at Dataran Putrajaya for the Rancakan Madadi program, and he registered. And then he took the swab, and then he filled in the form and everything. It was actually quite a quick process, if you ask me. And you mentioned those who don't have any blood related issues. Like for me, I'm actually anemic, so I can't, right? Probably I need the No. All right, hopefully not. Thank goodness I'm okay. But yeah, one of the biggest concerns, doctor, people have is not knowing what actually happens. Like, can you walk us through the stem cell donation process from start to finish?
Okay, once become the member in our registry, if there is a match from between patient and the donor in MSCR, first we need to do the confirmation test.
All right.
What we call as verification typing. So we must again confirm that is it really match or not. And also we need to have a physical examination plus blood investigation to ensure that the donor actually really healthy.
Yes.
That's very important, the
Yes.
screening part. And then we go to the collection method. The collection method can be two types.
Okay.
But the method that very common now, we taking from the peripheral blood stem cells. You know the platelet, we take the platelet from there's a machine that can separate the platelet.
Yes.
The same machine we can set to take the stem cell. Can you imagine with both hands, the first tube to the machine, take the stem cells, the remaining blood go to the left, the other arms. So it takes about 4 to 6 hours. And then the second method, which is less common, is a bone marrow aspiration. Bone marrow donation. So this one under general anesthesia, but this is not regularly done nowadays.
It's very rare cases, I believe, right?
Yes.
Now, doctor, let's do one more question before we go for a quick break. A lot of people immediately imagine pain, or danger when they hear donation. Now, I know even blood donation requires them, putting a needle through you and stuff like that. So there's a common belief that the stem cell donation is also painful or it could be risky, right? So what is the real story?
Okay. If we can donate the blood, similarly, it's just the same, using the same needle to put in your blood vessel. So stem cell donation is medically safe procedure with a strong track record. It rarely associated with serious complication, and donors are carefully monitored throughout the process. So about the misconception that extremely painful, in reality, about 90% of donation are done through peripheral blood stem cells, the one that I mentioned just now, to the machine, right? Similar procedure for donating blood or platelets. Donors may experience like maybe mild pain inside the one that we put this one, and maybe sometimes they feel like muscle ache little bit because of 4 hours, right? And then maybe a little bit head maybe
because they are sitting in one position
4 hours. It's more towards that's very, I think you can actually adjust yourself to make yourself comfortable. So in other words, there's no such thing that severe pain or whatsoever. It's just similar with your blood donation, actually.
But blood donation, it is much faster, but this one is longer hours, but it's not as risky as it, or what people may make it sound like. But you know what? Let's go in for a short break. We are speaking to Dr. Masita Arif, head of the Malaysian Stem Cell Registry, about understanding stem cell donation and how it saves life. Now, don't go anywhere. We'll be back for more. What Matters with me, Anna. Today we are talking about stem cell donation with my guest in the studios, Dr. Masita Arif, head of the Malaysian Stem Cell Registry at the Institute for Medical Research under the Ministry of Health. Doctor, welcome back.
Okay, thank you.
Now, let's talk about misinformation. I believe there's a lot out there. What are the biggest myths you hear from the public about stem cell donation, and how do you address them?
Okay. The first, I think, the biggest myth actually about the bone marrow lah. They thought that they remove a chunk of your bone. So the fact, actually, this is the peripheral blood stem cells. In reality, is 90% of donation are done through a peripheral blood stem cells collection. And this process, again, I mentioned earlier, similar to donating blood or platelets, which is blood is drawn from one arm and stem cells are separated using a machine, and the remaining blood is returned to the other arm.
Okay.
And in rare cases where bone marrow is needed, typically for younger patients or specific conditions, the procedure is still minimally invasive.
Okay.
It involves drawing marrow from the back of the pelvic bone using a needle under general anesthesia. No bones are cut, broken or removed, and donors typically go home on the same day or an overnight stay. Second myth, I think they thought that for blood stem cell donation, only family members or people with the same blood type can be a match.
But that's not the case, right?
That's not the case.
Yeah.
So while family members are often tested first, most patients actually rely on the unrelated donors from registries like MSCR. That's because the key to successful transplant lies in matching human leukocyte antigen, which is the protein marker on many of our cells, which are inherited and very widely across population. And interestingly, blood type is not the determining factor in stem cell matching. In fact, after a successful transplant, the patient's blood type often changes to match the donors. So the highlights the importance of having a large and diverse donor registry, because it can have a life-saving match, can come from someone completely unrelated, even from another part of the world.
Wait, you mentioned that after they get the transplant, the blood changes?
I mean,
to match the donor?
Because this is like we must understand that this stem cells is actually it can produce our red blood cells, white blood cells, and also platelet.
Wow.
So that's the importance of stem cells. It can regenerate to have these three very important components. So can you imagine the leukemia patient, for example, after the chemotherapy, the bone marrow actually empty. So they need these stem cells to actually produce the three components, the very important components of our blood, the red blood cells,
white
the
blood cells, and the platelets. Yes. And now, after someone donates, right, do donors face any long-term health effects?
So decades of research and clinical experience have shown that stem cell donation is remarkably safe for healthy individuals. Extensive studies confirm that donors face a very, very low risk of long-term health complication. For example, maybe soreness, you mentioned just now, right? More to pain on the injection sites. And the body actually, after donation, it naturally replenish the donated stem cells with a short period within a week. So in other words, we generate again our
very
stem cells.
Similar like blood donation.
Yes. So that's in other words, actually, there's no long-term health effects actually for the donors.
And then behind every donation, of course, there is life on the other end. Just now you mentioned about a patient with leukemia and how they recover and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure there's so much stories similar to that. But can you share a real success story where a donor helped save a patient's life?
Yes, Anna. I think I like everywhere. I will share this story about our inspiring example is the story of Afif, who was diagnosed with leukemia at the age of 13. Still early teenagers, right? Facing of a life-threatening illness at such young age, of course, got a challenge, not only for Afif but also for the family, because they are desperate to find a cure. So the Afif doctor actually turned to Malaysian Stem Cell Registry in hopes of finding an unrelated donor. And their search led to nurse Sarina, staff nurse Sarina, which is matched with his stem cells, the actual typing, and since she's also a staff nurse, she of course really like to donate with Afif. And until now, Afif already 25 years old, recovered, married, and have a job. So I think we like
I got goosebumps.
Yes.
Wow.
It's like now 25, 13, like 12 years already, right? So for your information, we celebrated our 25th anniversary on the 30th October in NIH, officiated by our Minister of Health. And before the officiation, we actually have a forum. So during that forum, actually for information, we invite Afif and also Sarina and also Dr. Sharifah Shanas to share about their experience. And
that is so touching.
Yes, during that session, actually, all of us actually cried.
Yeah.
And even the audience.
Even me just hearing it now, I'm almost in tears because it's such an inspiring story.
Yes. That's our, I think, the most successful story that I would like to share to the listeners.
I mean, that is definitely inspiring. If you could save someone's life, and 13 years later, and look at him, he's an adult now, and he has a job, and married. Wow, it's truly inspiring. And of course, stories like this really show the importance of donors, right? And how does increasing our Malaysian donor pool improve survival chances for patients here?
So by increasing the donor pool, we actually expanding the donor pool significantly improve the chances of finding a compatible HLA that match between patient who needs the stem cell transplant. And since HLA markers are highly variable and inherited, the likelihood of finding a perfect match increases when there are more potential donors from diverse genetic backgrounds. This is especially crucial for patients with rare HLA types or those from underrepresented ethnic groups. Secondly, by increase the donor pool, we have the faster matches, faster treatment.
Yes.
This one very important because time is critical for patients battling aggressive blood cancers and other life-threatening conditions. A larger donor registry enables quicker identification of suitable matches, reducing the waiting period for transplants. And early transplantation can dramatically improve treatment outcomes and survival rates, giving patients a better chance of recovery. And we also not only contributing the donor pool in Malaysia, we also support the international network.
Oh, wow.
There are requests from overseas also, finding because this is depending on the ethnicity, you see. So we are multi-racial, multi-ethnicity. So that's why from overseas, maybe they are more Caucasian, but there is one patient from like our country. So they will find in our country. Okay. And for your information, Anna, I would like also to share today with the listeners, this afternoon, we will have our 23rd match MSCR donor that will they're collecting the stem cells now.
Wow, okay.
And will give to our first patient from the private sector.
Wow, okay.
Subanjaya Medical Center.
Subanjaya Medical Center.
Yeah,
wow.
so
that's so great.
23rd already. So we have like now 45,000 members.
Wow.
So we need more actually.
We need more. Definitely need more.
Please, the audience, the listeners, please register with MSCR.
Yes, no, doctor. I know this is not part of the question, but can I just ask you if you know this? How long does it take for you guys, for the team, to find a perfect match? How long does the patient has to wait? What is the average time like?
Can you imagine? We established in 2000, right? Okay. We started our campaign. Now it's 2025. We only have like 23 now. Can you imagine the chances actually variable according to ethnicity, and also according to whether or not the patient actually ready to receive the stem cells even. Sometimes it's match, but then the patient may be not suitable to receive.
Due to the body rejects and stuff like that.
The body may be having infection.
Okay.
And maybe also the patient sometimes not ready. Although our donor may be ready, but sometimes also our donor also not ready. This is not really like it can be a few months just to ensure that everything is okay. But I think nowadays, if our MSCR donor is understand, it's just like maybe 1 to 2 months just to arrange the physical examination and lastly the collection of the stem cells.
Yes. Now, finally, doctor, for anyone listening right now who feels scared or unsure or hesitant, what would you say to them at this moment?
Okay, this one I need to speak slowly.
Yes.
So if you are feeling hesitant about becoming a stem cell donor, you are not alone actually. I think many of us may be quite hesitant. But many people have questions or fears. But the truth is, you have the extraordinary power to save a life. Imagine being the one person in the world who can give someone a second chance. Someone like a child with leukemia, for example, Afif, or an adult but battling a rare blood disorders. That's what being a donor means, becoming a real life hero to someone in desperate need. And rest assured, the donation process is safe, well-regulated and minimally invasive. Most donations are done through a method similar to giving blood, and any side effects are usually very mild and short-lived. Your body naturally replenishes the donated stem cells within weeks, and the donor typically return to their normal routine quickly and fully. Getting started is incredibly simple. You can register online with just a few clicks, and a cheek swab, buccal swab, will be sent to you. That small step could one day lead to saving a life. So don't let fear or misinformation hold you back. Don't let myth stop a miracle. Visit our website, mscr.moh.gov.my today, and take the first step toward becoming someone's hope for tomorrow.
Thank you so much, Doctor. Do you mind repeating the website once again?
MSCR, Malaysian Stem Cell Registry, MSCR dot MOH dot
gov.my.
Yes.
All right. So that is mscr.moh.gov.my. So get yourself registered as a stem cell donor. You know, doctor, I'm personally, I can't donate blood. I can't donate anything because of my health reason. But if I could, I definitely will, because every time there's a blood donation drive, I go get myself registered and I get rejected. So that's the story of my life. But for those of you who can, donate blood and donate like stem cell in this case, go and get yourself registered. It's very easy. Just go to their website, and then after you register, they will send you the form and the swab thing, right? Yes. It's very easy. Our producer and DJ KG did it. It's a very easy process. Go and support. You can actually save a life.
Thank you very much, Anna. Thank you, TRAXXfm, for support our MSCR activity. Thank you very much. I really appreciate.
Thank you so much, Dr. Masita, for your time and shedding light on a topic that truly saves lives. Yes, that was Dr. Masita Arif, head of the Malaysian Stem Cell Registry, reminding us that becoming a donor isn't just about giving, it's about giving someone a second chance at life, like Afif, right? Yeah, so if you'd like to know more or register at a stem cell donor, you can visit the Malaysian Stem Cell Registry's official platforms, the website that we just chat, or we speak to your nearest healthcare provider as well, because sometimes what matters most is being there when someone else needs you. Now we got the news coming up at the top of the hour. For now, back to more music right here on TRAXXfm.